the #1 most sought after secret to looking better in your 30s than 99% of people in their 20s. And it's not some magic potion, a secret spell, a weight loss pill. It's something far more attainable, and honestly, it's often overlooked. Discipline. We're about to dive deep into the power of discipline and how it can transform your life. I'm gonna give you guys 3 baby steps, little tiny baby steps. Tip #1, get a paper and pen, get some notes. You can write this down, okay? Harness the power of habit stacking. Human psychology tells us that habits are building blocks to behavior. So basically, by leveraging habit stacking, you can essentially add already habits onto new ones. And this just makes things easier, right? So picture this, that you want to have a morning skincare routine, right? But you're not the best at being consistent and putting the product on your face when you wake up in the morning. You're rushed, you're too busy, you're not even thinking about it. So instead of relying solely on willpower and the dream that you wish you had more time in the morning to do a skincare routine, place it already with something that you do habitually every morning. So if you brush your teeth every single morning, have your skincare right next to where you brush your teeth. Like literally where your toothpaste is, have your skincare there too. And that is gonna help you with basically adding the skincare to something that you already regularly do. It's harder to have a skincare routine when your skincare is in the bottom of your drawer somewhere hiding, right? If you place things at a convenience for you on routines that you're already doing, it's a lot easier to habit stack. This concept is exactly what I did early into my fitness journey. I was habit stacking going to the gym consistently, and I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym. Now, what I had in the morning already laid out were my gym clothes right by the door where the bathroom was. So I had no excuse not to grab them and change when I was headed to the gym in the morning. Things were a lot more difficult when I had to wake up early and then still get my gym clothes out. Sometimes I didn't even want to go, and I was like, oh, I'd rather just sleep in. But if something's already there, it's so much easier to continue it. So I really want you to take a moment and be honest with yourself and think about what are your daily habits and if they're getting you closer to your goals. And this takes some grit, this takes some real self-awareness, but I promise it can literally change your life. So if you want to be super fit and you want to feel more confident in your body, are your habits reflecting that? And just be honest with yourself. We all start from somewhere. But I know for me, I have a certain desire for my life. And that woman that I'm envisioning, I think about the way she looks. I think about the way she carries herself, how she smells, how she interacts. And I try my best every single day to show up as that version of me. Do I always get it right? Absolutely not. But I can see her. I have a vision for her in my mind. And using my habit stacking method, this helps me reach her. Some days I fall short. We're human. That's part of the process. Fail forward, right? But I really want you to take a moment and think about where you want to be. Who is the version of you that you want to see as yourself? And show up as that individual with habits that get you towards your goals. So this is a really powerful exercise. And if you guys do it, please comment below, because this type of thinking has honestly shifted my entire reality. Tip #2, okay, is utilize the power of environment design. What does that mean? It means that your environment sometimes is a direct product of how you feel, how you operate in the world, and everything in between. Science literally tells us that subtle cues in our environment can either reinforce positive things or trigger negative ones. And I know this to be fact in my personal life. Think about it. If you are in your home, right, and it's filthy, it kind of affects your mood, right? I know for me that when my house is dirty, I kind of feel like the house feels. I feel cluttered, I feel stuffy, and I feel like I can't really just see the big picture. Look at your environment. This can be a physical environment, but this could also be your internal environment, who you're hanging out with, what you're spending your time doing. Is your environment a reflection of how you want to live your life? Now, from a fitness standpoint, when I was almost 240 pounds, my environment reflected that. I kept snacks in the house, cookies and sweets, and that was a reflection shown in my body. Now, if I was open my fridge right now, losing over 40 pounds, you will see there's no cookies, there's no cakes, there's no sweets in this house. We only have sparkling water, protein, because my environment is a reflection of how I'm showing up in the world currently. Now, for you, if you are aiming to eat healthier and have a healthier lifestyle, I want you to check your environment. Seriously, this is an exercise. I want you either after this video or pause the video and literally take a look. Go in your kitchen and see if that environment is a reflection of your lifestyle. If it isn't, it might be a great opportunity to pivot. And be honest with yourself, you guys. If you can't be honest with you, who can you be honest with? So just take a look at your environment. Think about the people you surround yourself with. There are stats to show that if you hang around people who work out, who are more fit, or who have the lifestyle that you want, you are more likely to attribute those characteristics. If you're hanging out with people who are lazy, who don't have that much ambition, more than likely it's going to reflect in you as well. Have you ever been to like a meeting or a conference or a meetup with people, like-minded people who have the same goals as you, the same visions as you, ambitions, and you're fired up and you're just like, yeah, whoo, this energy is contagious. That stuff is real. So really take a look at what your environment is. And if it's not where you want to be, you can always change it. In the fable, The Crow and the Pitcher, the crow uses stones to raise the water so he can easily drink from it. Very similar, you could do the same thing as a crow. You can do little things to change your environment. And before we get to the third and final little baby tip, if you are enjoying this content, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you check out the links to my socials below. I want to connect with you guys. Now to the third and final baby step. Number 3 is embrace the power of accountability. Honestly, accountability can be a powerful thing. There are studies that show that people are more likely to follow through on something if they have someone to hold them accountable to it. We see this all the time. This is why certain people love having personal trainers, because it's someone to keep you accountable. It's why a lot of people don't like working out alone, because it's someone to keep you accountable. I'm here to encourage you to find an accountability partner. It could be a loved one, friend, family member. And look, you may be like, Alyssa, accountability partner, I don't like people, I don't have anyone. I get that. If you do not have anyone in your life to have accountability with, there's a method that David Goggins in his book Can't Hurt Me, which I absolutely love David Goggins. He talks about the accountability mirror. And if you don't have anyone in your life to keep you accountable, you can keep yourself accountable. The accountability mirror method is you basically look at yourself in the mirror, be very raw and honest with yourself, and you have Post-its and you write on these Post-its and paste it on the mirror things that you want to work on about yourself, things you don't like about yourself, things that you want to change. And I've done it myself after I read the book. So there's no excuse. If there's no one in your life, be your own accountability partner. By vocalizing your intentions and regularly checking in with your accountability partner, whether that's someone or yourself, you basically create a sense of external responsibility, right? You have someone that can check you essentially and keep you on track. This method can be a huge motivator. Sometimes we don't have all the strength in ourselves to push us towards our goals, but sometimes an accountability partner, a great one, can really just push you in the right direction and inspire you again. In her book, The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron introduces this concept called creative cluster. And basically what that means is she describes artists from small groups who come together to essentially hold each other accountable towards their goals and their ambitions. They meet regularly, they provide feedback, and this system of mutual accountability, it really fosters growth, creativity, and it helps develop discipline. Now, I hope these tips were helpful, and I want you to remember that discipline can literally change all aspects of your life. Developing discipline is huge. So follow these 3 little baby steps daily, and I promise you it will get easier. I know it's difficult at first. I didn't become developing discipline overnight. It took time. But now that I have this method, I feel like I'm just continuing to rise and be better. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!